So I wanted to start with this. I have two questions for you, but let's go ahead and kick it off with spending the weekend a couple weeks ago up at Ferris State, getting the jersey retired. Tell us about how that was.
Yeah, it was super cool. It was really cool. It's always cool going back to your roots and seeing the coaches and the guys there that I played with 8 years ago, 9 years ago now, and the foundation that we feel like we did build, and they've now three national championships in 4 years is pretty incredible. So to go back, be able to talk to those kids and just kind of go through my story and talk to them word for word through it was pretty cool.
My other question for you, Zach, is Mike McDaniel talked this offseason about seeing a real jump from the defense's, I guess, understanding of the system around like the midpoint of last season. So I was wondering from your perspective how that's carried over to this offseason program in terms of where you guys at with install and familiarity.
Yeah, it's just when you have that system over a couple of years like we do now with Weave and such a solid system where like he has so much in his back pocket he wants to get to or can get to. It's just that much more exciting because we can get that much more in depth and that much more function from our defense to be able to run how we want based on the teams we're playing. So it's really exciting. It's been awesome to see these guys grow, all of us together in Weave system with Jordan, T. Dot, Willie, and KJ behind us now, and those guys learning the system and kind of rolling through. It's been really cool.
Cool. Thanks, Zach.
Isaiah?
Hey Zach, how are you?
Good, good.
So Greer made it clear that he chose NFL-ready guys in this year's draft. When you have as many young guys expected to start, how do you, as a leader, outline expectations? Like, what are those conversations like?
Yeah, I'll tell any rookies that come in, and I've told guys over the years that came through here, like, look, like what you did in college is awesome, but like the real show starts now. This is what you worked for your whole life, and there's a whole different level of attitudes now, and like this is guys' livelihoods. I mean, these guys have families, these guys have kids that they're trying to take care of. So it's just don't mess around. Like it's time to get real. I'm super excited to work with the guys we brought in, KG number 13. Really excited to work with him and see how he is. I've heard lots of good things. So I'm excited to see what minicamp looks like this weekend and then coming up OTAs with these guys in a week. So
Cool. And then one just quick follow-up. When you think of the expectation of that defensive line, obviously KG, but then on the edges with Jalen and Bradley, and then Chop sprinkled in there. Like, what do you think of when you think of that?
man, I'm excited. It makes me really excited to obviously work with Chop last year, then Chubb and Jalen years prior. It's really excited to see how we can kind of all mesh together. We have great guys across the board, and it's just been awesome to play with these guys the last couple of years, 3 years in some cases, and really to hopefully get everyone rolling into camp and into the season at max capacity and just really working our stuff and like really being able to get as advanced as we can get together and rush as a unit.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Omar?
Hey Zach, I wanted to ask you about leadership. Obviously, you with Tehran and Calais leaving, there's a huge leadership void on this team. You're one of the captains. What's that challenge like to corral the entire team and get everybody on the same page?
Yeah, obviously losing those guys is tough. I mean, two amazing players that just have given their lives to the game and such an amazing role models on the field, on and off the field. But with the foundation, the groundwork that those guys put in last year, you still feel those waves this year. So for guys that are leading on defense and offense, I think it's a matter of keeping us together as a group and truly just rolling off of what they've laid the foundation for. Obviously, in the defensive side, I have a lot of experience with Calais and just seeing him come in here and for me, learning from his techniques and his leadership fundamentals and how to kind of get a crowd going or get the guys working together and viewpoints and how he does it was really eye-opening to me. A total blessing to have him here last year. And so just to be able to carry off that for me up front and Jordan and the guys in the back, I was really excited to see how this rolls.
What's the biggest takeaway that you took from Calais? I know we had this conversation back in the season from a leader, and it wasn't just you, it was Emmanuel. A lot of guys learned a lot of things from a leadership standpoint from him. What was the biggest thing for you?
For him, it was seeing him truly take the time and effort to connect with every single person on the team. No matter what his kids or wife or whatever, he always made sure to make time for anybody that came up to him, talk to him, or just wanted to just chat for a second. It could be nothing about football or anything like that, but just seeing him put that effort in was incredible. And it was eye-opening to me saying no matter how much you are or aren't like somebody, to be able to do that was awesome. And all the respect in the world towards him.
Thank you, Zach.
Yes, sir.
Mike Cunio.
What's up, Zach?
How's it
Good to
going?
see you again. Two questions for you. First, I'll start with, in a few days, and I think it's next week, we're going to have the schedule release. Do you and other players really enjoy the way teams get creative and put out different social media clips to kind of announce how their schedule is going to be played out?
Yeah, I mean, I think someone did a cool job last year. I remember my wife showing me this last year, but I can't remember who it was. It's cool to kind of build that anticipation towards the season. I mean, you know how excited we are to get going again, to get back in the building, to keep working with these guys right now. So to have that to look forward to and see what's going to happen, how we're going to play out, and what our journey is going to be, and work from there is awesome.
And then to follow up on that, you guys get to play in Spain this year. How excited are you to go over to Madrid? I'm not sure if you've ever been over there, but just kind of the excitement of playing international again.
I think we talk a lot about this stuff in the locker room as players. If the teams do it right and they travel right, and there's definitely a good and a right and wrong way to travel. And with Coach McDaniel and Ross and these guys and how they took care of us for the game over in Germany, it makes it a great experience. It makes it really a cool experience to be able to reach new fans, to be able to play somewhere new, to see somewhere new, but also to be able to keep your body at max capacity. There's definitely certain ways of going about it that is not ideal, and it makes it really tough on us as players. And we've done that before, and to me, I think we've done both ways pretty well, but the Germany game was done really well. So I'm excited to see Madrid and see how that goes.
Hey, Chris Perkins.
What's up, Zach? How you doing?
Good, you, Chris?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, I wanted to ask you a couple of things. The first thing is the defensive optimism. We know that you guys have lost two potential Hall of Famers and or might lose Jalen Ramsey and Calais. What are the reasons for defensive optimism, whether it's being in the same system, the edge rushers? What are you optimistic about defensively?
I mean, honestly, to me, it's just kind of what we had on earlier was just the optimization of Coach Weaver's defense to maximize the calls and the abilities of each player. Obviously, him being a player, I think he knows he has a very good eye for that kind of stuff. So really excited to see what he does with it this year, and as well as obviously it's tough losing guys of that caliber. I mean, two great players, but to be able to rally as a team and as a unit up front and the back end and play to the best of our abilities is always an exciting time. So right now, the big focus is being here for OTAs, working together as a unit, and taking that time to really kind of become one and get our communications down and everything set.
And then either Chris Greer or Mike McDaniel told us that the team leaders have been meeting with Mike a little bit more than usual this offseason. Aside from wins and losses, how will you see the results of those meetings? How will you know if they're successful or not?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Mike has always said it's a players team. It's the locker room that runs the team, and to have those meetings, to have that heartbeat on where the team's going and what's going on, to have us all on the same page from top down is an incredible thing. And Coach McDaniel's done a great job with that, and to just grow each year, it's just been awesome. So really excited to see how this year shakes out and how OTAs are going right now. It's been exciting. I'm excited for the rookies to get here and keep working.
Joe Shad.
Hey, Zach, it's always good to see you. Chris Greer told us that moving on from Jalen Ramsey is in the best interest of the club and the player. How do you feel about this situation?
Jalen Ramsey is a great player. I mean, obviously everyone knows that. What he's done on the field these last years has been is nothing but amazing. But that's not my decision. That's not my realm. I don't know what happened there. I know that look forward to the best for both parties. I mean, the Dolphins and Jalen. I hope that he ends up where he is going to be able to best serve his abilities, and the Dolphins are going to be able to do what we are able to do at the best of our abilities from this whole thing.
The Dolphins will probably add a veteran corner between now and the start of the season, but there are three guys who have played for you for your defense: Storm Duck, Kader Kohu, and Cam Smith. How do you feel about that group of corners?
Great guys. I mean, seeing these guys in here every day. Storm obviously being a younger player, Cam coming up, and then Kader I've been with for 4 years now, I think. It's just awesome to see these guys grow and just connects and the bonds that we have as players. Obviously, we do a lot of communication on defense, and just hearing these guys take charge out there this last couple of weeks in OTAs has been awesome. So really excited to see how that group grows and builds this year.
Did you like Quinn Ewers' draft day setup?
Who's it? You said Quinn?
Quinn Ewers, did you see that?
Man, so we were up, I think we were up at Ferris. Or when was the draft? I think I was at Ferris or the day of or the day before, and my wife showed me that setup. And I had to gawk. We have some friends in Houston that have a room just very similar. And it's just an incredible thing. And obviously, you guys know our foundation does a lot with the outdoors and giving opportunities to do see that. And I was just seeing those things and just the stories, that room had and the people that were there had with that room and the everything there. It was really cool. So I might have to ask him a couple times about that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Joe.
We've got time for two more. We'll go to Alan and then close out with David.
Hey, Zach, good to see you. I got two quick ones for you. Number one, the last couple of years, you've had an established vet next to you on the D line. First Christian, last year Calais. What changes for you on the field, off the field, responsibilities, being the one established vet on this D line?
Yeah, honestly, this hits on a couple of things I think we've talked about already, like learning from me personally, learning from Calais, that time on and off the field, sitting down with the rookies, the young guys, or whoever we have next to us for us to play as one up front. That's the most crucial thing. And obviously from the perspective of, when me and Wilkins were out here 4 or 5, 6 years ago now, we were both young. So to have that perspective on how to work with young guys and how we think and how we work is just to be able to maximize that is going to be a good point for me to hit on, and hopefully we can connect with these guys, and obviously with Austin Clark as our D-line coach and just his teaching to be able to follow that and just work as a unit. It's going to be awesome.
And my quick follow-up was regarding Calais. How much hope did you have as the offseason began that perhaps he could be back, and when did you realize that was not happening?
I realized it probably when everyone else did when that got posted. I talked to Calais multiple times in the offseason. Obviously loved playing next to him. Every moment was a blessing being there with him, and just awesome chance and opportunity in my career to learn from him. Hope him the best. I hope he has a great time in Arizona. But I think God's got a plan.
Thanks, Zach.
Yep.
David?
Hey, Zach, good to see you. We know how last year finished with the talk from a discipline standpoint. The tardiness was a topic of conversation. Is there a tone that you guys have been setting early in off-season workouts to reestablish that culture?
Absolutely. I know something that I know we're going to make sure of, and from day one in the D-line room and the defense in general, and obviously offense and the whole team. But the big thing is, hey, if we're going to be here, we're going to be here. We're going to be on time. We're going to be ready to work. And we're going to set the tone. Just ready to roll every day, and just not just kind of halfway going through things. Try to do things this year and try to really kind of get the ultimate goal.